Happy 3-3 porthole. We're going to do a reading specifically for the Divine Feminine, for the Divine Masculine, specifically for Twin Flames to see what is going on for the collective. And today brings a lot of powerful astrology. Most notably, we have a Juno opposition. Okay, so Juno is retrograde still. This might be shaking up your love life. Juno is wife of Jupiter. And we have a huge alignment kind of happening as Juno rules our love life, but also long-term partnerships and even marriage contracts. So it really rules our relationship contracts. You might be feeling like things are going backwards in your love life then because of this alignment, but today actually brings the most clarity out of this Juno retrograde that we're in as well too. So you should get a lot of clarity, downloads on your relationship right now. If you've been having problems in your relationships, you're going to have to face these right now. If you've been avoiding issues in your relationships, these are going to be coming up for resolve. So this can be creating a lot of tension in your relationships, but it's actually a really, really good alignment for moving through these types of things and for resolving things as well too. We can expect plot shifts and better storylines as we're approaching or moving towards the spring equinox as well too. So today has the potential to really shift things in your favor. Today's a really powerful day for doing healing and activation work too, but let's just go ahead and start with a reading for, we'll do the Divine Feminine first to see what is going on. I brought a few decks of cards. So today is huge for Twin Flames too. You're going to be thinking of this person a little extra. That's because the frequencies go really, really high. This is a spiritual connection despite what it might look like going on here in the physical. So you're being guided to remember that you are a spiritual being or a light body, a light being having a physical experience here. You're meant to anchor that union into the physical, but let's just go ahead and see what's going on first for the Divine Feminine. We're going to start with the Divine Feminine collective. If you're the Divine Masculine, take these as messages from your Divine Feminine too. Direct messages. I settled for second best because I don't deserve you. Okay, this can play out in many, many different ways, but there's this like core wound of not feeling good enough in some type of way. This could have been, I always say your twin flame might have made you feel that way, or past partners can, because we don't get to this ascension without spiraling back and doing the shadow work oftentimes. And it kind of depends. Pay attention to whatever storylines have come up in your twin flame situation, especially if they've caused separation or certain issues. Oftentimes these are from past patterns, and it just kind of depends as well too, where sometimes people are playing out their past patterns, and whether this is conscious or unconscious, but they should be guided to be aware of this as well too. And this is where healing your attachment style comes in as well too, and people are needing to come into that smooth union, because twin flame is a little bit different. It's going to stir up all of this stuff, unlike other connections where you probably didn't notice, so that you can connect and come together in a healthier way as well too. I worry that you've moved on and this is all in my head. Is it? Do you still think about me? And you might feel like that, like you're in parallel dimension now. If you're not with your twin flame, for those in separation, it can feel very eerie or weird. You might be wondering what your twin flame's doing. Have they moved on? This is why separations happen, because you need to put that energy and focus on yourself. You've probably been putting too much energy and focus on your twin flame if you're in a separation, and you're being guided to really cultivate that love within. You're being guided to purify your heart chakra right now and to release old wounds and hurts, especially ones that have been triggered through this connection as well too. So we have different kind of issues that might be surfacing within the collective that we're seeing with the twin flames as well too. The best thing that you can do, Divine Feminine, right now is to continue to work on your energy. This is where your twin flame is going to meet you for divine union. When you come into an inner union with your own Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine, you'll feel inner peace, and it will shift the outer into outer union as well too. So you're having to do this work. The good news is that twin flames share one consciousness. So if you're healing that consciousness, you heal your twin flame as well too. you were my home and now I feel like I'm out in the cold. And this could be literally as well too, where maybe you had made plans and they didn't work out, or like, right, or you were gonna live together, or you were living together for some, right? It just kind of depends as well too, because this is the home card and this is like meant to be living together. I always say true union is actually living together. It's not like the strange dating that a lot of people are doing. It's actually coming together and moving in together, or whatever it is. And a lot of times people are kind of together, but they haven't fully achieved this union as well too. You'll know when you're in union because you will be living together. We have root chakra issues happening as well too, can be playing out in many different ways, as there's karma maybe for you or your twin flame that still needs to be resolved, attached to family line stuff or past experiences that they've been through within the family line as well too, because this is a very root chakra card as well too. Some of you guys are going to move, buy a house, maybe manifest that home. I was talking to another twin flame that had very much manifested that home, right? And some of you guys are going to be manifesting your dream house or your dream home. And, you know, you're going to be probably moving in together with your twin flame. Or if you're in separation, you're feeling that absence, like your twin flame isn't there and you're missing something. And you're always going to kind of feel that as well too, especially if you've met your twin flame and gone into a separation as well too. So we have a lot coming up around the root chakra as well too. I'm coming to you with an offer. Will you say yes when I offer you my hand, or will you take it? And so this is like wanting to open up and tell this person you love them, or to make an offer, or to reconcile, because oftentimes this is like reunion and union energies that we're moving into. If you're in a separation, you're needing to master certain things energetically on your own. This could come down to needing to have different life experiences, needing to resolve certain things, or needing to really balance and recalibrate your own energies, needing to adjust from some of the activations that are happening to you from this twin flame experience, needing to heal from old energies that have been stirred up or triggered. Your silence feels safer to me. I don't want to get hurt again. There's some type of hurt and pain in this connection, and it can bring a lot of highs and lows. And I talk about the lows are like the old pain that it stirs up, the anger, the other insecurities and wounds and traumas or trust issues and things like that. And then on the reverse, when you're together, it's all happy and in union. But those separations, you feel very, very deeply as well too. There's some type of hurt within this connection. If you're having not a lot of contact, no communication, no contact, you know that that's what it is. There's hurt in the connection or between both of you as well too that needs to be healed and resolved. Work on your own energy no matter what your situation. This will help a ton. I always say do twin flame readings on my website. You can do those phone calls as often as you need them, and they're going to help you with shifting whatever's coming up for you during that time as well too. Do more energy healing work. It's what we should be doing with the 3-3 portal as well too. I'm doing tons of healings and activations I have up specifically for today on my website. Check out my twin flame section on my shop for the healings that I have too. It'll help to clear the blockages, release past hurts and wounds, helping you to shift into union faster. I also do twin flame coaching, which is great for everyone to dive deeper into doing this spiritual work, but it is especially great for kind of shifting out of separation states and into union if you found yourself in that space as well too. So make sure you guys are booking me on my website, sparksofdivinelighealing.com. will help you a ton. All right, there's been a lot of understanding that's come out of this. You can see their situation. Maybe you couldn't see things clearly with whatever was going on. Sometimes when your twin flame is right there, you can't see things clearly. And when you're pulled back, you can suddenly see things. You're getting the clarity. And it's also ego mind that can kind of spin stories or projections of how you're seeing things. You're getting a lot of clarity and feeling a lot better though about the situation. And this is where things begin to shift in externally too, because as you're shifting your energy, your twin flame will feel it. When you're in intense energy, they are too. And as you're shifting your energy, your twin flame will feel that. All right, you have a lot of sabotaging past patterns that have come up, and this is like knowing that you've messed this up in some way, that you're accountable, that you've played a role in this as well too. Taking a look at your own past patterns, and like twin flame is amazing for stirring up the deepest facets. It'll take you into childhood stuff, past life stuff. I realize a lot of the things that have played out in my own connection come way deep from past lifetimes when we go into those spaces of the soul and things like that. So this is about looking at your own patterns, loops, and things that have come up within this connection on your side of things. You're needing to heal your heart, and this is divine feminine is healing your heart chakra from past hurts, but really wanting to heal this connection and to come into union. This is the energy of the Divine Feminine Collective, like doing the work, healing, becoming consciously aware of things on their end, and really wanting to fix this connection. All right. There's some type of difference values, and this is like finances card, sacral card. This is energetic issues or imbalances that may have come up. This could be financial imbalances too, because twin flames are meant to come together and to work together. Yeah, I know. Work together, whether doing job stuff or mission stuff, keyword mission stuff. So Divine Feminine, follow your life purpose right now. This is going to bring a lot of energy. See, the twin flame brings a ton of spiritual energy into your life. And if you don't use it correctly, it can weigh you down and it can create these imbalances. And when you learn to tap into that energy, you can really, really flow with it and do a ton as well too. But sometimes in separation, you feel depressed, missing your twin flame, lethargic. In union, you're meant to come together and tap into that energy and all of the good ideas you get and kind of put that stuff into practice together. You're meant to be flowing with your twin flame. All right, so we have changes are in the air, and there's been cycles that have been playing out since autumn. We're not quite in the spring, and we kind of started this cycle in autumn. You may have gone through a rough winter with your twin flame or had a lot kind of coming up. Knowing that they're on the other side of this, and it doesn't matter if you feel separate, you never are. Your lessons are always in sync and in harmony. And, you know, if you're missing them, they're sitting there missing you as well, too. For those in separation, ego, clearing and cleansing ego and old beliefs of the 3D that are getting in the way of your union, because union is 5D, 3D is not very good, right, for union. So it's about cleansing and clearing those ego narratives. So this is your twin flame. You already know this. You're connected on a soul level. You've felt the energy. You've gotten the guidance. You've known this for a long time, that you've already met this person. You know who this is. There's a lot of intuitive communication that's happening. There's a lot of telepathic communication. You feel them, you sense them, you know what they're doing. You're getting dream messages. You're getting a lot of higher communication, whether from your spirit guides or actually their higher self trying to help and bring you back together, because we each have our own higher self, but we have a shared one at the top as well too. This is a shared soul. And that you're getting a lot of like communication. Even in the silence, there's communication. Pay attention to that. All right, you're being guided to slow down and to go in a new direction, and that you have new pathways that are opening up to you. And it's very important that you're following your own path right now. And this is very important for the Divine Feminine, like kind of doing your own thing, working with your spirit guides, doing what you're guided to do. And it might look different than what everyone else is doing if you're experiencing awakening. Remember that if you're a twin flame, part of the path is to clear the twin flame doubt, worry, fear, and things like that can arise from this connection so that you can come into union. You're clearing a lot of energies. Not everyone's going to get your path. And most of the time, when twin flames are trying to talk to other people about it, they're in fact not even in relationships, or they're not twin flames and won't get it as well too. So this is a connection that your friends, family, other people that are asleep, they're not going to get your twin flame journey at all. This is why it's very important that you're following your own path, your own inner compass during this time. You're at a crossroads. You might be confused right now. You might not know which way to go. And I feel that too, because it's like you want union, but some are in this space of separation or in union, not sure where you're going. It just kind of depends. So you're at this spiritual place right now where you've outgrown the 3D, you're done with it, but maybe you're not quite there in the 5D union as well too. And you're kind of lost and not sure what direction to take. For many of you guys, when you are in union, your twin flame may act as a guide, giving you clarity as well too. So if you are in a state of separateness, you might be a little bit lost and confused and not even know what direction to take. That's okay. Just take it a day at a time right now. Focus on your healing, focus on your spiritual path, and focus on your spiritual growth. Your intuition will get stronger that way. Okay, so you have this sacred journey that you're on, this spiritual journey. Understand who you truly are. This journey is meant to bring self-discovery. Your twin flame and you have unwrapped, unwrapped pieces that you haven't seen of yourself for a really long time. And these are the things that have been weighing you down. This is about clearing the false self. So you go through many layers with your twin flame. It's about clearing the ego, which might have come up. we're in a huge space for ego death right now. It doesn't feel pleasant, like, right? It feels like you're dying, right? And things like that, because it's like that going into the spiritual. So you're going through a huge clearing of old beliefs, and even your twin flame has uncovered your ego or triggered your ego in some way, because this is the false self that's blocking you from the 5D fully, because it's the 3D self that we like to present to our friends and family and other people that are asleep. But we have to completely integrate into the 5D. So many of you guys have already had a spiritual awakening, and you've been kind of keeping that 3D aspect, and you can't do both during this time. We have this clearing of ego, old beliefs, and old ideas, so that you can more fully shift into a higher frequency of who you fully are in the 5D as well too, integrating into a 5D consciousness. I'm clearing my karmic past and healing from the past karmic relationships I've been through. Be patient. Some of the past relationships I have been in have hurt me deeply and have left me wounded. And we see this for the Divine Feminine too. And that you've been through relationships that were very karmic in the past and that have hurt you and have left you, whether a little bit hard to reach, a little bit with past projections or things like that, a little sensitive to toxicity and things like that from some of your past connections that you've been through that have been very, very intense, that have mirrored a lot of unresolved childhood dynamics or past wounds, or have hurt you badly as well too. And you're healing from these things. You're healing from past connections for sure, needing to let go of the past relationships. Some of you guys have been through a lot of stuff within your relationships, or a lot of heavy karma as well too. Some of this is connected to your family line dynamic as well too. You lit a fire in me I cannot explain. And this is like that flame energy as well too. And it really purifies you. So when you're in separations, you purge a lot and you kind of go through a lot anyway. Divine Feminine anyway, even in union, has been releasing and clearing a lot of energies. Know this is helping with your twin flame and healing yourself and healing the planet too. It's about tapping into that flame energy and purifying yourself on every level. This is why if you've come together with your twin flame, you're still feeling them afterwards, because you're feeling that flame energy. It's the third energy. It's the divine. Because oftentimes when we feel really, really good around our twin flame, or we feel this addictive energy, it's actually source. And it's this other kind of energy when we're coming together with this person. So even if that person, your twin flame, goes, that source energy remains and you're feeling it as well too. That energy is always trying to guide you into union though. And just kind of depends on your situation. Working with that flame energy. My soul wants to merge with yours. This is why you'll always feel that pull. Even in separation, you're going to be pulled to this person you were before you met them, and you're always going to be pulled to this person, especially when you know who your flame is. It's like wanting to merge back to source, to the Godhead, right? And it's like that feeling with this person where, despite what's going on in the physical, your soul is like so pulled to theirs, like you just want to be near them, or closeness, but actual physical merging. And that's why there's like such a magnetic attraction to twin flames as well too, especially when you're in the right energies. It can feel very, very strong, the energies and the soul pulls. So Divine Feminine, feeling those soul pulls strongly. You're feeling when they think about you too. I need more time to process my feelings. You're trying to clear a lot of emotional energy, time to heal the emotional wounds. That's why we go through these stages as well too, so that you can let go of the old emotional energy that you didn't even realize was trapping in your body, or trapped in your body, and you're getting lighter and lighter. This is where the energy clearings come in. They're going to help you a ton with shifting your frequency and shifting into union much faster and dealing with all of the feelings it stirs up. We will come together once fully healed. And on some level, you know that you're coming back together in separation. If you're in union, you're going to take this to the higher level. If you're in a, kind of talking reunion energy, you're coming into union. And so you know that. And then sometimes it's the divine timing. You might have felt like it wasn't fair with this person. You might have felt, I always say star-crossed, the name of my book, right? You might have felt like it wasn't divine timing, or it never was, or, it was on your end and they weren't ready, or they're ready and you're not ready, or like your timelines weren't intersecting, or like you met them and you were just going, or, it's all of this stuff with the divine timing of it. And it's triggered a lot to heal that's brought to the surface from whatever scenarios have played out with this person. Some people want to do it and they weren't available, right? They might have had stuff. It's healing during this time. It's all about the healing to come into union. Know that your soul will guide you into this union when ready. You need to heal how you're seeing things. A shift in perspective is needed, and this is needing to clear the mental and the ego. We've been talking about this because sometimes your mind is playing tricks on you and it loves to spin stories out of past experiences, but we have a lot of wounding found in our past too. So this is changing how you're seeing your situation, and your twin flame will shift that external. Okay, so we have once again the upside down Lovers. Something is off. This is my separation card because it's when it's right side up, it's a union card. And so this is like something is off with it, and you might not be in the best situation with it right now. That you are twin flames, you are the Lover, but there's a block there. Something is happening. Needing to resolve those blocks. You're going to face obstacles. You're going to face disbelief. You're going to face fear, negative energies. And in fact, there's a lot of forces that don't want twin flames together. This is where the third party energies come up, whether it's your family trying to intervene and keep you apart, friends, old lovers, right? They come out of the surface as part of the Matrix program, because the Matrix does very much try to keep twin flames together. And this is why you go through a lot of tests and challenges to come together, because you're having to rise above some of these negativities and challenges to come into union. And then that's why it's very important that you are following your intuition, because if you're listening to everyone outside of yourself, then you're not going to come into union because you're going to get thrown off. Now, we have divine masculine more likely to listen to their friends, family, and to ask for external validation than the divine feminine for whatever reason. So especially for the divine masculine, sitting and following your own guidance of what to do with this, because if you're listening to everyone, then you'll be misguided. And a lot of people, like we talked about, they don't know this experience. Our parents were not in divine union, well, any of them on planet Earth. And that we came here as twin flames to heal and restore the templates, because all of our parents wounded us badly because they were in 3D karmic connections. All of us were born out of karmic connections, literally. And that we're having to heal a lot of that wounding that came from our family line so that we can rise up as the twin flames on the planet Earth during this time to heal and restore and balance between the divine feminine, divine masculine, but also heal our love templates as well too. Okay, so we have 3 of Wands. And I always say this is your masculine coming through. They're waiting for something to happen. They're waiting for a manifestation. They really want freedom, travel. This is moving abroad. There might be some type of travel. Like if you're in separate places, they could just pop up and surprise you, like show up, or they might make plans with you, but they're waiting for their manifestations to come through, but they're also manifesting union as well too. But we see this as they want freedom too. And this is like very indicative of your masculine might have, I don't want to keep going there, but some type of avoidant, fearful avoidant, like attachment style where they get really close and they get scared and they won't share that with you. They'll just push you away and try to go back to their life. But when in their life, they feel empty without you and come back. And there could be some type of cycle like that going on with this card as well too, because this is the freedom card as well too, but it's also manifesting union at the same time too. So they might be having an inner struggle between they want to be alone and be free because they've done that for a very long time, probably prior to meeting you, but they also crave union and closeness, but they also want to kind of keep their freedom. All right, so we have 2 of Cups in reverse. Once again, something is wrong with this union. This is something with unrequited feelings. There's an imbalance. There's a separation. There's probably been a breakup and not seeing eye to eye. Like I said, a shift in perspective and how you're seeing things is needed. We need to flip these energies of these 2 cards of the Lover and the 2 of Cups to come into union. So you're needing to heal whatever has happened. If there's been a separation, looking at what has come out of it, and if not, needing to just kind of fix and heal this union. So there is a needing to heal this connection kind of card. There's this energy there as well too. Takes 2 to do that though, right? So it just kind of depends. Both have to be committed to do that though. Okay, so we have 7 of Pentacles again, and this is your masculine. And this is, they're once again waiting for the results. They're waiting for manifesting. They're trying to have patience and see what is coming around the corner too. But we have the focus on money right there too. So they might be focusing on the external a little too much as well too. Okay, so we're going to do some cards for the divine masculine. Let's just see what's going on for them. So we do have your masculine, might be kind of hung up on external money. They are trying to manifest you though. Might be taking space. Might be doing some soul searching in that space. Know that separation's like soul searching energy. If there's not a lot of communication, there will be. They just don't know how to approach you right now. Okay, so we're going to do Divine Masculine. All right, Divine Feminine, if you're watching, take this as direct messages from your masculine. What's going on for the masculine collective? My heart always comes back to you, even when I don't want to. This might have been an on again, off again connection. There might have been several separations. There might have been spaces. But this is someone that even when they try to switch it off, you can't. And their heart comes back to you. But this is a very logical person. They overthink things. They're in their head a lot. Like we talked about, might be listening to other people as well too. But their heart knows that, especially if in separation, that they're missing you, that they miss you in these spaces, and that something is missing, right? You'll be like, something is missing, and you can go do life without love, but trust me, you'll be feeling that. That is very important, and it's the most important thing, that something is missing without your love. I want you to see the real me. I've been hiding from our love for too long. And we talk about this as well too. Could be walls, shutting you out, hiding from this, avoiding this, whatever it is, or just not showing their true self, causing issues within the connection as well too. If they weren't honest about how they feel, that was like one of the worst things that would cause separation with my twin flame, where they acted like they didn't care. And I know in that moment, you wouldn't know that wasn't true till later, because you know that's not true. But in those moments, it will make me so mad. Like, right? Like they just could switch it off and act like they didn't care. And like, this is it too. But you know they do care. And that this is ego, right? So when these ego states come out and it's like, oh, I don't care. But you know that they do care in reality as well too. So ego can get in the way. It could cause issues of how the feminine's been seeing them. I still see your smiling face in my mind's eye. They're thinking about you all the time. They're connecting through the third eye. They're missing your face. They're missing your smile. I let my ego get in the way. I couldn't let go of my pride, but you saw through me. You know the truth about me. And this is the ego taking over. And this is the fear. And then they might have gone into that. And it just kind of depends. But egos have contributed to whatever's going on. Our love was too intense for me to handle. I needed a breakaway. So the energies can get overwhelming, especially if there's space. And space could be, separation could be not talking a lot, no communication, and no contact. Oftentimes real communications have the zero contact. And this is so you have the true experience of it, right? You're needing to do the inner work without this person and to really go there. So it just kind of depends on your situation. There's been some dishonesty that came up. It could be on their end and you called them out on it. And like that will happen too, because you know you're only going to put up with so much stuff before saying something. It just kind of depends. So there might have been things that were said, called out behaviors. They don't know what to do about this connection. They know that they are hurting you with their inability to decide. It's like they're back and forth with it in some type of way. They know the pain that they've caused you, or that they're causing you pain if there is a separation, but they're kind of in their head right now and back and forth. They're having to look at their own habits and patterns and know that they've contributed to all of this stuff too. And this is inner child wounding. If it's playing out in different patterns that have caused the separation, they're having to look at this and see their part in it too. They're hurting too. They know that you're hurting. There's a lot of damage in this connection. We talked about it. And if in separation, you know, you're both hurting from this. They're aware of that. They're very aware of that. I need a break to heal myself. And they're very focused on themselves and their healing right now. They're being guided through what to heal too. You've triggered such intense emotions in me. They may not know how to handle that. I had to tell myself that, you know, some people aren't even equipped to deal with their own emotions, let alone other people's, right? Oh my God, right there. And yeah, I know. So you've triggered a lot of intense emotions. They couldn't even handle their own emotions, let alone, you know, that emotional intuitivity about your side in some type of way. They want to start over with you. They want a new beginning. They know that they need to heal certain things in order to do that, but they do want to start over with you. There is a lot of reconciliation, union energies in the air. If you're in a separation, they will be coming back towards you. I need to do some soul searching on my own, and that's what they've been doing if in separation too. Okay, so we have this. This is the divine feminine coming through in your reading, masculine. They're heartbroken. This is broken trust and afraid to move forward. Your divine feminine has not moved on. And then that's where you're at too, because you have this stuck energy, unable to move forward, unable to let go fully. You might have tried, or you might have think you have, but you're not able to move forward from this connection. But there are blocks there. There are third party, silence, barriers. Masculine, make sure you're shifting your focus to clear your energy. This will help you a lot. You have a lot of outside interference coming up. We have this home card coming up too, but we also have scarcity, insecurity, lack of faith, and believing that you don't deserve this. But it's also the home root chakra card too, because you're supposed to, like, your twin flame is home to you. Home isn't a place, it's a person and a soul, right? It's coming back to your own self. And divine feminine and masculine balance opens up these higher realms as well too. But we have this energy of, you know, you might be struggling, especially if in separation. We have ego has come up, pride, jealousy, but we also have self-preservation. You're in survival mode. You have too many walls. Time to open up and let your guard down. You might have been living in survival mode for a really long time, and when survival mode is simply allowing the ego to take over. Okay, so we have the Page of Cups. This is going to be some type of messages. You're going to be messaging your flame. They're going to be messaging you. This is going to be good, though. This is like love messages, things moving, conversations, apologies, creative inspiration. Maybe you're shut down and you're not talking to this person, and if you would, it would just, you know, flow smoothly. Or maybe they're ignoring you. So if there's someone ignoring, right? I say ignoring, silence. If there's silence in the connection, it's up to the other person to resolve that, though. Something they need to resolve within themselves. But this is messages coming through, positive messages, and resolving this. Until that happens, we have the masculine and the Three of Swords. This is heartbreak, betrayal, unhappiness, being in a third-party situation, suffering a loss, and in hardship as well too. So we have this energy as well too, that they're in this energy of heartbreak over this situation, over this twin flame situation as well too. And this is triggering past heartbreak or their current situation or karmics in the mix and things like that. And we have your divine feminine coming through anyways. This is Eight of Swords. This is getting out of that mental prison, finding solutions, freedom, finally moving forward, releasing fear, anxiety, and clarity. You might have a fearful, avoidant, or anxious attachment. Just kind of depends. But getting rid of the fear and the anxiety, the overthinking, the over worrying about this situation. You've been worrying a lot about your divine feminine in this situation. Time to get out of the head. Okay, so we have the Fool in reverse, and this is that new beginning's calling you, but you've been afraid or reluctant to take it. You've had lack of faith in this situation. You didn't make that leap. It might be adding to the problems, right? That you didn't just make this leap into union, and that you were putting everything in the way to not do this in some type of way. And this is like opening up to this energy, because this is like what's blocked in you of needing to start over again. And we have to do that as we're shifting dimensions. So you might have been like, I say, digging your heels in and trying to stay in the 4D because you're comfortable there. I know we nest as humans, and, you know, wherever you're at, and you are being called to go higher and to shift into higher dimensions. And this is like something within self, but also the external too, with the union. And I feel that way, that a lot of not everyone, but a lot of divine feminines and divine masculines are awakened during this time. I mean, I guess some could be with sleepers, but most are awakened. But it's about doing that work as well too. It's not just about, oh, I'm awake, right? It's about actually like doing the healing work too. And so if you have your divine feminine doing a lot of healing work and you're not, it might feel like they're on a higher level and you have to kind of go there. Like, right? It's like a journey in travel, or vice versa, right? It just kind of depends. So you're being called to step out into the unknown and go into this new beginning that your union is meant to take you into. But for some, you guys were too scared. You didn't make that jump, or, you know, comfortable, or whatever it is. It's the ego state as well too. So needing to shift out of that fear of this connection that it's triggering. It's just fear of relationship, a commitment, things like that. Needing to go all in, because until you can, you're in separation, because you deserve more and your feminine deserves more than the wishy-washy stuff, right? You're needing to like go all in or not do this. And so some are called into separation till they're ready, because you weren't ready, or you missed your chance, or you didn't do this on some type of level. So you're being guided to do some soul searching. Depends on you guys' situation as well too. For those of you guys in union, this can indicate taking a trip together, taking a holiday, going on a travel or an adventure together. All right, I'm going to go in that note anyways, but have a beautiful day. Make sure you're booking me on my website. If you need me, sparksofdivinelighealing.com. Make sure you're doing those 3 healings I have. I have tons of them on there. Will help you a ton.